Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. So today I want to do a little reframe exercise because I have noticed I'm just coming out of my 4-week Move and Manifest class, which was amazing with such a phenomenal group of people. But one of the things that I'm constantly reminded of with myself and with others is that there is a prevailing feeling of not being enough. I didn't finish everything. I didn't do enough. I didn't do it well enough. I didn't finish that goal. I didn't do that goal. I'm not here. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. Right? We all are exploding with not enough. And yet, we still manage to do so much. And so many just incredible people, smart, funny, talented, kind, contributing in huge ways, and yet aching and hurting inside because there's this feeling of never being enough. And I really wonder if we all woke up one day and felt enough, how that might shift everything. Because a lot of behavior comes from the place of either what's the point, or it's too hard, or I'm not going to finish it anyway, or I've failed in the past. And there's this building on all of the things that are wrong with you. There was a therapist I spoke to once who said, you got to be careful of not taking on the identity that you have a problem or that you're a problem person. And wow, was that ever true? Because I think we do. And I'm not suggesting we don't look at things we do wrong to learn from them, or mistakes, or even failures, so that we can learn and grow from them. The issue becomes, that's where all of our time gets spent, is on what we didn't do right, what we didn't finish. And I've talked about it before, and I'm talking about it again in a really strong way, because our lives are a reflection of our thoughts. So if you're thinking, I'm not enough, that's going to be reflected in every relationship you have. And that includes relationship with stuff, your money, your job position, your clientele, your health, your body. All of it is a form of a relationship. And that is all being mirrored back, reflected back to us based on how we feel. And so it's so key to really to elevate. That's why in manifestation, it's all about elevating how we feel, elevating our frequency. And by doing that is to really shift the focus, not always from what's wrong and what you didn't do right, but shifting to what you did do right, or how you might be better off than you even thought you were. And so there's this saying that you need, that it takes 3 positive thoughts to overcome 1 negative. And if that's actually the ratio, well, it's no wonder we're walking around feeling badly about ourselves, because we probably have the reverse going on. We have 3 negatives to every 1 positive. But even if we just challenged ourselves to go for a 1 for 1, for every negative you need to come up with something positive, that would change stuff. That would really change how you felt. It would start the process of shifting. And I want to give you this little exercise today because I think it's a really great one. Something you can ask yourself every morning, every night. And that is, what are 5 ways in which I'm doing better than I think I am? Just reframe, not the 5 things that I didn't do. What are 5 ways in which I'm doing better than I thought I was? Even my dog likes that. She's excited. She's like, I can bark really loud, and I can tell you whenever anybody's coming to the door. I'm good at that. So she's got 1. How about you? What's 1 for you? What's 1 thing that you did? Maybe you have someone you could call if you need to. Anyone. Maybe a friend, a family member, a coworker, a coach, a therapist, a mentor. 1 person. Do you have 1 person in your life that you could talk to if you needed to? then you're doing better off. Did you do one thing that was really hard that you're proud of? Ever? I have a fabulous client who's very into growth mindset and teaches it to little kids, and it's awesome. Growth mindset is powerful, and it's really building on the evidence of I can do hard things. So what's one hard thing you've done? What did you overcome? How did you do that? You've done hard things, you've had hard conversations, you've been in difficult situations, you got a job, you went to school, you've gone on a date, something, somewhere in there you've done. And they're all challenging, and you did it. So let's take a look at that and feel that pride. Have you done something lately that you liked? One thing that you love to do or you liked, whether it be journal or read or paint or organize or cook, talk to a friend, do something on social media if you love it, whatever that might be. Is there one thing? How was that? Was it fun? I just went trapezing with my son the other day. That was really cool and fun. I had a great time. And yet I already wrote it off, or I looked at, oh, I didn't do this one move right. How dumb. What a waste to take such an awesome experience and flip it to the negative when it really was a really wonderful and fun and powerful experience. How about, did you learn something new this week? One thing. Or this month. I'll even give you that. Maybe it was a lesson you learned. Maybe it's something you read. Maybe it's something you heard, or a podcast you listened to, or something a friend told you, or a course you took, or just one of those aha moments where you're like, I finally get it. What's that? Have you learned one thing? I bet you if you look, you did. And finally, do you have a goal? Any goal? One goal? Even if it's a goal that you keep having, you have it. That's one step ahead of not having one. Because when we have vision, we have possibility. And the more we put those good feelings coming from those questions of what we do have and what we've already done and how we're actually doing better than we thought we were doing, and we start to infuse that energy into our goal, we'll start making some steps. We'll start putting that out into the universe, and that is going to start being reflected back to us. Those are the relationships we'll start to be forming with ourselves, with our body, with our friends, with our spouses, or relationships to be, whatever it may be. So I really want you to take a deep look right now at what are 5 ways that you're doing better than you thought you were. You can use these questions, you can make up new ones, but make sure you reframe and stop making your identity be about not being enough, and start looking at where you are enough. And from that, see what happens. So on that note, have a great week, everyone, and shine.